Hey guys, it's Kip here from KDC Marketing, and in today's video, I want to show you how you can edit and customize your menu inside of Wix Studio. This is arguably one of the most complex pieces of Wix Studio, but it's a very important one because it's how you add pages and subpages and how you create the navigation for your website. So I'm actually going to delete this menu element so you can see how to add this from scratch. And then we're going to walk through how to build the menu. So I'm just coming over here to the left-hand side and adding an element to my page. And one of the quick add elements is this menu here. You can also find the menus here in the menu and search if you want to find a certain type of menu. And they have a lot of different options here. They have vertical menus and horizontal menus and anchor menus, hamburger menus, breadcrumbs, lots of different options here. But for most cases, if you just need a simple menu, you can just use this quick add element. So I'm just going to click and drag it over here and attach it to my header section. And I know I'm in my header section because it's green, it's a global section. And so if I open up my layers panel, I can see that I'm in the header. And inside of my header now is my menu that I just added. This is my menu element, and I can see that here. So the menu has been added now, and now I need to go in and manage my menu. And this is where I can add the different pages and add different items and everything like that. So I'm actually going to delete these. So I'm going to remove from menu for all these pages, just so you can see how you would actually go in and build out your menu from scratch. So right now we just have the home page, and I'm going to start adding pages to my menu. So over here on the left-hand side, this is where the different pages live. These are the main pages, or if you had dynamic pages or different apps, they would show under these kind of drop downs here. And so I have these 3 to 4 different pages here that I can add. I can also see what pages I have here from the top, but if I click into manage pages, it's going to open up this site pages panel, and this is where I can see all of the pages that I have. If I need to create a new page, this is where I would do that. And let's just say I want to add a new page. I'm just going to call this blank. So even though I'm adding these pages here on the site pages, it doesn't automatically add them to my menu. You can see that I still just have the home page here. And when I added the blank page, this blank page didn't show up in my menu. So if I want to add them to my menu, I have to go into manage menu, and then I have to add an item, and these are going to be main pages. And then I can select all of these pages that I want to add. So I'm just going to add all of them for now. And now they show up inside of my menu. And then from there, what I need to do is I need to make some of these sub pages. So I'm just going to go into manage menu again, and I'm going to move the blank page under my home page. So I'm just going to click and drag this up under there, and then I can click the 3 dots and say move under, it should say move under home. I'm just going to drag it like this, and now it's underneath home. So normally you get that option with the 3 dots, but if it doesn't show up, you can just drag it underneath the page you want to be a sub page. And you can see now that I have this little drop down arrow for the home, and it cycles through, and now I've got the blank underneath it. And then I have these different other pages up here that I can click on. So the other important thing to remember when you create a menu, or if you're adding sub pages or those kind of things, is you do have some settings. So these are different menu settings on like how the menu looks. So this one is underline. If we go to the layout, this is where we can customize our menu a bit more and set the different spacing between the items. We can also customize the drop down. So the drop down is this where the blank shows here. It's kind of covered here, but you can customize this a bit and update it here. And then if we go to the different breakpoints, this is also something really important to check and make sure that it's working how you want. So for example, on mobile, we have this kind of menu look. And so we just want to make sure that this is looking how we want it to look, everything's working correctly, and that this icon's the right icon, all those kind of things. So if I click into the menu, that's where I can start customizing different areas. So if I want to customize the icon, if I want to change the layout, if I want to add corner radius, change my corner radius or borders or anything, change the text, all kinds of things are in here. And there's a different, with menus in particular, let me go back to desktop, this will be easier to see. There's different types of states that you can, and elements you can edit within a menu. So what I want to design is what it's asking me. I could do menu items, menu container. So all these are different pieces of my menu. And if I click on them, I get different options and abilities. So right now, this is the drop-down item in the regular state. So the text that I have, I can change the text, I can change the size, I can do all kinds of things in here and customize this however I want. And then also the drop-down container. So this is the background of the menu. So I just added that gray menu to the container. So I don't really want a color. I want it to be transparent, but you have to be really specific on what you're editing in order to get your menu looking correctly. And this is exactly why this is one of the most complex pieces of Wix Studio, is to get your menu how you want it. It can take some practice. It can take some time to make sure that you are editing the right piece and to get it how to look and function exactly how you want to. So I was just trying to show you this to break it down a bit. And you have the options to add this menu element, or you can go to menu and search. And then from there, you can add the pages that you need. So adding these pages, and then you can always add or remove pages as you go. But then you really want to customize your menu, click through the settings, click through the layout, and just click through all the different things so you can start to get familiar with how do you actually build a menu that works. And it does take a bit of time to get used to which piece you're editing, and they continue to update this menu. I think it's a little bit easier now than it used to be to edit some different things, but it's one of the most important pieces inside of Wix Studio. And so I would just recommend getting into your website, testing it, and making sure you test it on all the different devices, because that's really key as well. How it functions on mobile here, you can see is pretty different. I do like this menu. I like the underline animation, how it comes in when you hover over it. I think that's pretty cool. But for example, I might want that blank to be a little bit bigger or something. I might want to change the icon of this to be a different icon for the mobile menu. But I do like some of the elements that are here, and then it would just be customizing it further. So I hope you found this video helpful. Menus are really important, and they just take a little bit of practice to get used to. So that's what I have for today's video, and I will see you in the next video.